Hello everybody, interesting news developing now as it is being reported that Matt Duchene has signed a one-year deal with the Dallas Stars for $3 million. Now this of course comes after he was recently bought out for the last 3 years of his deal with the Nashville Predators, and of course is still staying within the division for the Stars to play against the Predators. I don't know, maybe that had something to do with it for him. But it is kind of interesting because Matt is a guy that has played a lot of places at this point in his career: Colorado, Ottawa, Columbus, Nashville, now Dallas, and is 32 years old, so he's definitely seen some action in the NHL and been a part of some playoff runs, and is a player that recently did come off of a 56-point season, as a guy that has been able to produce offensively. 2 years ago had an absolutely incredible year, was one of the many Nashville Predators that broke out or had breakout years. He had 43 goals and 86 points in 78 games played, those being career highs for him, and has been a pretty consistent 20-plus goal scorer in his career. Now, are people going to expect him to score 40-plus goals for Dallas next year? Probably not. I mean, I think that's one of those things where you look at it and see that's kind of an outlier and that he shouldn't be able to do that again, or he probably won't. But again, has been a guy that's been able to score 20-plus goals multiple times in his career, has cracked the 25-plus goal mark before, and really could be a great guy to help out Dallas in terms of alleviating some of the issues they've had with their top line, being basically the most reliable for them to get offense. Now, a lot of teams have that issue, but I think for Dallas, if those guys aren't going, then the team tends to get stuck in the mud a little bit. And for them, getting Duchene, a guy that is a little bit older, but he definitely still can provide some speed to the game and help them out in terms of rush opportunities, while also being a guy that leads to more zone entries and then overall more offensive chances. Will he be a all-around two-way stud? No, I don't think he's very invested on the forecheck, and I don't think he's a guy that's going to buy in and be a Selke candidate for defense by a forward, but he is a guy that definitely could help them out, and that is important in terms of playoff potential and really being a guy that could be a go-to player for them when the playoffs roll around, because Dallas obviously has hopes of making a deep run. They have made it to the conference final twice in the past 4 seasons, made it to the Stanley Cup final back in 2020. A lot of people called it a fluke, and then of course they went back to the conference final again this year against the Vegas Golden Knights. Fell short there, possibly because for the start of the series especially, they weren't getting a lot of secondary scoring, but here they are. Is there fall-off potential with a guy like Duchene? Absolutely. A guy that relies more on the speed and that has been moved out to the wing in recent years. If he's not scoring, what is he really giving you? That remains to be seen. If he's not getting those zone entries or helping your team getting those zone entries, what is he going to provide? I can't say, but at the same time, a one-year deal for $3 million for a guy that could give them 25, 30 goals, maybe 30 goals this year would be a great addition for the Stars. And if he helps them out during a playoff run, possibly winning their first Stanley Cup since 1999, that would be a welcomed addition for them, as Duchene obviously is on, his 5th or 6th team in his career at this point. But what are your thoughts on the deal? Do you think this is a good move for Dallas? Do you think this was a good move for Duchene? And are the Preds going to regret letting him go? I'd love to hear your thoughts down below in the comments. Also, please make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. Everybody stay safe. Have a great night. And you go off hockey, all right. Goodbye, Brigadiers and Brigadettes. This is your captain signing off. Have a great night.